2022 most assuredly was a year of miracles, signs, and wonders. The Black Bottom House of Prayer has continued to be a beacon of light in her community. She has remained focused on the weightier matters. Her walls may have crumbled, but her foundation has stayed solid. That which is right and just, abounding in mercy and fidelity, has not been lost. The Black Bottom House of Prayer has continued resiliently, demonstrating its loyalty and support to its community. Prayer has been its greatest asset, guiding and keeping all its participants in formation. Its heavy burden has not been cast off. A responsibility was given to its leader, and its leader has not quit, faithfully carrying this burden, giving it special attention. Therefore, as any loyal beast of burden would, it now begins to carry the crop harvested from the field its master sowed during the time of seeding. For water came in the midst of drought and famine, and a bumper crop sprung forth. 2022 has been a year of miracles, signs, and wonders for Black Bottom House of Prayer. The people of God believed and have thus defied the odds. To God be the glory.
In the heart of downtown Orlando, west of Interstate 4, a reminder of a once thriving and bustling African-American community still stands. In the early 1900s, this low-lying area bounded by Washington and Robinson Streets, Paramore Avenue, and Orange Blossom Trail was called Black Bottom due to the black mud left from constant flooding. This house of worship bears the name of the neighborhood where African-American citrus workers and laborers first established a church in 1916. The Spanish mission-style building made of concrete block and a white stucco exterior contains over a century of Sunday morning memories. Through the years, segregation gave way to integration, which ironically paved the way for suburban flight, encroaching development, and inner-city blight. In 2015, the abandoned building on the corner of Westmoreland Drive and Bentley Street caught the eye of Pastor Dana Jackson as she drove an elderly neighbor home.
I asked him about the church and how long it's been abandoned, and he said, "Pastor, you don't want that. There's squatters and people breaking in. It's been lots and lots of work."
Today, the crumbling church symbolizes a community literally struggling to keep a roof over its head. Still, Jackson, who needed a worship facility for her ministry, believed God led her here and connected her to the right historians, attorneys, and community leaders. They would ultimately help her successfully petition the state to designate the building as a historic landmark.
The roof collapse nearly 3 years ago had another setback during Hurricane Ian. The storm's winds, they pushed more of the church to the ground.
As Spectrum News 13 Chef Allen shows us, work is underway to preserve what is now left of the church's structure.
As crews tear away at pieces of a crumbling church building, Pastor Dana Jackson sees a sign, one salvaged church bench, seemingly unscathed 3 years after the roof over it collapsed.
I'm going to call it the miracle bench.
Jackson sees it as a sign this church still has better days ahead.
This is God saying yes and amen. He said, I'll do it. If you live right and keep my commandments, I will hold not one good thing. This is a good thing right here.
Since buying Black Bottom House of Prayer a few years ago, Jackson has been on a mission to restore the 106-year-old historic building in Orlando's Paramore community. After years of work, Jackson secured a $500,000 state preservation grant.
As people of God, we want to pray and get revived and get restored. And that's what's happening here at the church. This is the physical state of being restored and revived.
But after the roof collapsed in 2019, and more recently, Hurricane Ian pushed down the church's front gable, crews have had to stabilize what's left, tear down so they can eventually build back up. The building is failing, but Jackson's faith hasn't.
You know, faith is the evidence of things hoped for. You don't see it, but you have to believe in your heart and know that God cannot lie. He keeps all of his promises.
thanks for being the Lord of hosts. Oh God, he's worthy, he's worthy, he's worthy. Oh God, you're worthy, you're worthy.
Help me praise and praise him. 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 What's his name? Jesus. What's his name? Jesus. What's his name? Jesus. Say Jesus, 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 Jesus. My Prince of Peace, Jesus. Lily of the Valley, Jesus. Bright morning star, Jesus. Say Jesus, 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 Jesus. Help me call him Jesus. Help me call him Jesus. Help me praise him Jesus. Help me praise him Jesus. What's his name? Jesus. What's his name? Jesus. What's his name? Jesus. What's his name? Jesus. In the midnight hour, Jesus. I'm calling Jesus. Jesus. I'm calling Jesus. Jesus. Early in the morning, Jesus. I'm calling Jesus. Jesus. I got my healing, Jesus. Calling on Jesus. Jesus. I got my breakthrough, Jesus. I'm calling on Jesus. Jesus. I got my miracle, Jesus. I'm calling on Jesus. Jesus. Oh, Jesus, 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 morning, Jesus, Jesus, evening, Jesus, Jesus, at night, Jesus, all day, Jesus, 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 call, 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 lean on him, triumph, 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 stand on him, Jesus, 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 yes, sir, yes, Lord.
Is that daddy paying a part? I see. God be with you. Y'all remember that? God be with you. God be with you. Until you need loving. Oh, God. My Lord. Hallelujah.